Hello, this is Victor and here in the third part of the painting tutorial of Arhiman. In the first part I I explain how I did the disc that you have here. The second part I was explaining how I did the clothes and some of the base colors and coloring that I did here. But yeah, we are going to continue on the main body and then we will switch and we will start going to the arms and I will do the head maybe on a special one. The back cloak I want to do some freehand, so most likely we'll do a separate video on that. Looking forward to see how this will look like. So next step, we will keep working on the details here. I want to finish the front of the Arhiman, so let's keep working on the book, and I will use we can use here different colors depending what you like. I will use some more brownie. You can use this flat one flash, or you can use a screaming skull for that. What I want to do, I will use flat one flash. I want to go for more cream color, more darker. So we are going to paint the pages of the book with this color. So I'm coming here and we are just going to do this. Okay, so I will do that here on the book. We don't need to forget all the sides, so I do that and I'm back once this is done. So this is done, and next I'm going to apply, I'm going to use Retributor armor and do the details we have on the book. And yeah, this is sculpt on the book. So what we are going to do, the way to do that is we go with our brush horizontally, okay, not too much paint, and we just go like that, and you will see that the brush alone will pick the colors, will pick the detail, okay? And here comes my dilemma. I think I will keep a blue frame anyway around. So now I realize that I forgot one thing, so we are going to go back to the blue. But I will do this. The locker, I will do it in silver color. Okay. So what I will do now the gold detail here. Okay. So I do that and I come back once this is done. So while painting the gold, I realized that I forgot the blue here. So I will use 1000 Suns blue. That is darker blue than the one we used before. And we are going to follow this. Okay. So I will do that. Well, here you want to paint okay, so I do that and I come back once it is done. So next I'm going to use lead belcher, and I will use this on here on the locker of the book, and as well on here on this part of the pistol that is visible. So I apply that here, thin layer, just on the parts that you want to look metallic, and I start with quite a dark color because I have a white prime here, so I prefer to go a little bit darker to give me room for the highlights. So I do that, I apply this and I come back once it is done. So that is how it looks like after applying the lead belcher here, here and here. So next I'm going to start doing, I will paint this small skull here and I will use a screaming skull in that case, so to have a different tonality. Okay. We're going to put here. Yeah, I know that I tend to paint the strips, but it's difficult to. It's better to do the strips, to touch the strips back later once you have done the color. Okay. Here we have the bird skull. I'm going to paint this small bottle here, and I think I will go for a blue color. So I start first with blue horror. Okay, we paint this. Blue. Here. Now I will use a little bit of, I will go for a blue liquid like, and I'm going to use saute green. Or we can make it like a crystal if you want. So let's do like opaque glass most likely. So I will paint first saute green. All over, so I change mine here a little bit. Okay. We use now a Bahar blue. Okay, let's take a little bit of saute green. I'm going to use now white scar. And we apply a little bit on the bottom. And we do is too big. So with the take green. I'm going to make this smaller. Okay. So let's move the white dot a little bit. Here. And remove. Now it's better. Okay. I'm going to do also let's do one thing first. Because I need to think how I want to do the feathers. I will do a wash now here on the book, and I will use Seraphim Sepia for that. Okay. I want to put quite a lot here. Then remove the excess that we have here. Something like that. While this is drying, we are going to do a second wash that is going to be regular flash shade on the gold. So I'm going, it's no moment to always shake very well the washes. Okay. And I'm going to do the wash all over the gold bars. This one here, for example. Okay, around the gem, and I do that because we want to do the gems, but I will do that before doing the gems to keep the gems clean. Okay. So I do this on all the gold as well. We are going to apply it here. Don't worry if you go a little bit on the pink area, this color will not pop up too much around the pink, and it's good to get this type of aureola. So I do that, I apply on all the other gold parts, the same wash, and I come back once this is done. So after applying the wash, the next thing I will do is I will paint the gems with Sybarite green. Okay. I want to make them pale green, so I will use this as a first color, and then we're going to use Gauss Blaster green to highlight it. So I will paint as well these things here with this green. Okay, this. We're going to do the A, sorry, the I. We can do the gem here in the middle. We have to keep the same color scheme. Okay, I think this is okay. And now I'm going to apply Gamza blaster green. We are going to do like that. Apply the bottom. Okay. And on the A, I will do the same as well, but in that, doing something like that. Don't forget the one on the book.
Adrien, regarde la jolie photo.
Qui est ce monsieur?
Okay, and then we are going to put white. The bottom as well. And a dot on the top. It's the same here. And apply a dot on the top. And the book. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of darker green. Again, silvery green. To increase a little bit more the contrast. We'll apply a little bit of the other green. Okay. And now I'm going to paint the feathers. I will do this first and then I will do the feathers later on. This I will do on Rhino's hide as I did this part, and I will be back. So this is how it looks like now, and now I'm going to focus on the details here on this type of ornament that he has. So this type of things. This is done from my point of view. We will need to do the highlight on the brown parts, but I know I'm going to work on the feathers. I was thinking a lot on the feathers, and I think at the end I will go for a color that will be very close to the gems, but I don't want to add more color. I was thinking if I want to add a red orange thing here, but I think will not have good contrast, and I didn't want to go for another cream because I already have the bone. So I want to go for something that is it's popping up but is not catching too much the A, and have a color that is already in other parts. Maybe it will look very similar to the gems, but yeah, at the end I want to avoid also to I want to drive the attention on different parts of the miniature and not just to one point. And if you go for a very bright, I was thinking on a bright green, but if you do something like that, then you are risking to create a real popping up point. So I apply this. What I'm playing is the Gauss Blaster Green. Okay, I will do it like that. Now we need to avoid to leave parts on white. Okay, it starts looking quite interesting, this part of the body. While this is drying, I'm going to do a wash on the small spool. I forgot to do it when I was doing the book, and we are going to apply Seraphim Sepia there. Okay, so let's see where I put the Seraphim Sepia here. So I'm going to put Seraphim Sepia on this part. Okay. And yeah, we are going to leave it like that. Seraphim Sepia. And this is a small part. I think we can keep working on that. So I will start working on highlighting. Let's do first the book. Okay, the book we had done the gold. We have done all the washes. Now we are going to do some highlights. So I will use Arhiman blue, and we are going to start do some highlights with Arhiman blue. Okay. Let me make this page here. And we are going to also use the same to highlight the armor plates. So here on the book, what I will do is I will go sideways like that. Okay. Okay, and then I will highlight here a little bit. Right. We are going to do some highlight there. And then we are going to also highlight the armor. So in the armor, what I will do is I will go like that, and then like that. We will do this. I think in the original color we have gold here, but I prefer to keep it all. I think I have enough gold and I prefer to keep it blue. Here. Okay. This I will not do anything there. Then we want to do the shoes or the boots. Okay. Okay, here, and then I will do this part here. Okay. Okay, so this is how it looks like. I think it looks good. We can do more later once we have all the rest of the armor assembled and we have him on the disc, but I think it's quite good, interesting right now. Let's do the highlight on the brown part, and to do that I will go for a different, I will use a color that is, yeah, I will use these two colors. It's going to be Gothor brown and Beyblade brown, okay? So we are going to do the first highlight with Gothor brown. It's like a chocolate type of brown with a little bit is off brown for me. It have a little bit of gray there. Look, this will give, okay, we do something like that. We apply there, and then I will apply on the bell, or this type of thing. I don't know how to call it, ribbon. Okay. Right there. Okay. And now Beyblade brown. Beyblade brown is really like a it's a mixture between, for me, brown and have a component of gray. So it's a grayish brown, to say it in a way. Okay, and we are going to do, this is why I did quite white here, the Gothor brown, because this will give the sensation of weathering. Okay. We'll do it here as well. And in the bell. What we can do, because this is quite a flat part, we can do like, if you want, scratches or scuffs. Okay. Okay, something like that. And now I expect this to be dry. I will wait a little bit more to apply any wash on the feathers. I'm not sure this is completely dry. So what I will do is I will take Auric Armor Gold now and start highlighting the gold part. Okay. I want this gold to pop up. I will not do here, I will do the top as well. But I need, here we have to be careful, later on we will not. So let's start here. We are going to put something like that. Okay. This one. To look there. Okay. We will need to do more work here as well on the purple on this part. What I want to do now is to pop up a little bit the gold. We are here. Okay. Here I will apply a little more here. Realizing that I did a small mistake there, so let me do the correction what I want to do. So now I see better with all the washes. You can see better the details of this thing, and the top part is not gold on that thing. Is the same color as the clothes. So what we are going to do now is we are going to add this. Okay. We will add this here. This is a tricky part because it's really a thin border. So this is really a tricky part of the miniature. Okay, this is the same at the back. Okay. Also this going in. We'll eliminate this here. And now all makes more sense. See? So I will now use the same technique that I used to highlight the other parts to highlight here the chest of the armor. So we are going to highlight, for example, this part here. We are going to highlight this part here and so on. So I will keep working on that as well. We are going to highlight this thing. And we are going to highlight as well the book. Okay, so I will do all these parts and I come back once I'm done. So next I'm going to use a speed metal. This is the scale for 75 and I will combine it with auric armor gold to do the next highlight to the gold. So what we want to do is to add some really bright points on the most, let's say it in a way, exposed parts of the armor, of the decoration. We want to pick up the rivets Okay. The small rivets. That's why I did not pick them with. Here, when you apply on the flatter areas like this one, for example, here we want to add some additional. Okay. You do that, and then you need to soften because it's quite bright, so you need to soften this when you're playing gold. Okay, I will do the same here. This is what the tricky part I was saying. So this is making this part a little difficult to paint sometimes. Okay. We can mix maybe 50-50 auric armor gold with the speed metal. This will create a very bright gold. We can use this very bright gold to add some other accents. For example, here and here. Okay. We can do the same here. Here. So the intention is to make the gold look brighter. Okay. I don't use wet palette when I'm using metallics. I have the feeling the wet palette is not working that well with metallics. I prefer to use my regular palette. Okay. I do this. Now you see the gold looks much richer after these two highlights in the book. Just touching the rivets there. I will do this corner. Auric armor gold. These parts are really small. We'll use spin metal on the locker. Okay, and I will use it as well here on the gun. Okay. To use it, this gun here, we're going to use it there. Okay. Here at the back. So the idea is to make this more add brightness, make it more interesting. Now I think it's looking quite interesting. Okay, we can add as well, here we started and we can finalize this with a small line of silver there. I can go now with Retributor armor. Okay. So this is how it looks like now, and we are ready sorry, to do the wash on the feathers now. and I'm going to use for this Coelia green shade. Let's make a space. Okay, and by adding add will be different, will not be as exactly the same as the gems, but will be quite not that different that is popping up too much. Okay, here we have. Okay, so I think now we can stop here the work on the main body. We have most of the parts done. We are going to do some fine touch once we assemble together with the rest of the parts. So we put it aside and we start working now on this arm. What I have done, I use green staff to block, to hide a big crevice that was here. And now I will use, as we did for the rest of the armor, we are going to use 1000 Suns Blue to start painting the armor plate. Okay, so this will go, we are going to apply 1000 Suns Blue. Okay, I will do that. And as you can see, I go on top of the part that will be gold. This is done a little bit on purpose. I want to be sure that I don't leave anything white after that. So we are going to, when you apply the first color, you always can go on top of the next parts. This will help to guarantee that you don't have white spots when you paint in white. So I do that. I will do the different parts of the armor like that, and I'm back once this is done. So this is how it looks like, and I forgot to do in camera, but I'm also using a Screamer Pink on this piece of cloth that we have here. So we are going to do the same while this is drying. I'm going to do the same on this arm. So 1000 Suns Blue on the armor and on the glove, and I will use the Screamer Pink on the piece of cloth. So I do that because it's repetition of what I really did on the main body. I will do that here, and I will be back when I have applied these colors on the arms. So next I'm going to do, as I did for the armor, a white with the Wackenhof Nightshade on all the blue parts. So I will do the same. So here. Okay. I'm going to do that here. Okay, we are going to do here on the glove as well. So we are going to do this, and on the other arm I do that, and then we need to wait that this is completely dry before doing the next layer that is going to be the gold trimming. So this is how it looks like after applying the washes. Okay, and next, as usual, we are going to do the trimming of gold, and we are going to use Retributor armor on that. So shake it well, and we do a thin layer of Retributor armor. Yeah, not much to say again here. It's quite straightforward. I will look for a smaller brush, and we just carefully with the brush horizontal. That will help. Each time you do trimming, the important thing is don't attack like that. Always go horizontal and just the miniature will do the work for you. Okay. So I do all the gold trimming and I'm back once this is done. So the trimming with gold is done on the shoulder pads. Now I'm going to paint the symbol on the shoulder pad using a screaming skull. Okay, so I will do this as well. I did the trimming on this one, on the other shoulder pads and arms. So I will paint the symbol with the screaming skull. Okay, so I will do that. Okay, I apply this base color and I'm back once this is done. So now that we have done the screaming skull, next I'm going to use Seraphim Sepia and do a wash here. Okay. I want to wash this with Seraphim Sepia. Sorry. Okay. Be sure that we don't want the wash to pull anywhere. So we are going to eliminate the excess. Okay. Something like that. And then we are going to do also the wash on the gold. And as we did for the other gold, we are going to use Reglan Flesh Shade. I will not do all the highlights now. We are going to do the highlights and the other work once everything is assembled. We just do, for me, what is the basic, that is to do the base color and the washes, and then from there we can work once this is assembled. But of course I want to do the highlights once I see how everything together is looking like. Okay, so we do that. Yeah, so I will do this. I will do the same on this shoulder pad, and just to say that here I use also screaming skull, but I will do that and I come back once this is done. So the wash have been done in both parts, and I will finalize the third part of the tutorial here because I want to do the freehand on the back on the cape, because I want to glue this thing together and see how this looks like, and to have a lot of space and not have anything interfering the freehand here. Okay, as you see, this type of lining will go on top of the cape. I prefer to do now the freehand on the cape and then later on glue the arms and keep working on that. So I finalized here the third part where I finalized all the details. I did the gold, we did the book, we have started doing the arms, and then we are going to go to the fourth part where I will do the freehand on the cape, and I prefer to do it in a separate video so I can focus just on the freehand. So that's all for this video. Please leave the comments below, let me know what you think.